Hi, I'm Ashley Billington, and you're watching The Warmup, presented by your local North Texas Geico agents and the Colony, Keller, Arlington, Plano, and Mesquite. Last week did not disappoint, as we had some great matchups around the Metroplex. There's going to be just as many great matchups this week, and we will have a full slate of games coming at you on Wingstop Inside High School Sports. It's one of the biggest matchups in the Metroplex, as Cedar Hill and Allen go head-to-head. Cedar Hill has Caden Salter at the helm, their dual-threat quarterback. Last week versus Arlington, Salter had 20 completions for 256 yards and a touchdown. He added another rushing touchdown to his stat line, too. Their opponents, the Allen Eagles, who feel like their win against Atascocita last week proved they are a state contender for the 2020 season. California transplant General Booty has taken the helm for the Eagles and settled in quite nicely, as he had a 92% pass completion last week for 260 yards and 3 touchdowns. He is the wide receiver duo of Blaine and Bryson Green, who are D1 commits for the 2021 class. Bryson had 6 receptions for 159 yards, and Blaine 3 receptions for 90 yards. Each had a touchdown. And to round out this Eagle offense, running back Jordan Johnson added 10 carries for 82 yards and 2 touchdowns as well. Both of these teams are well-rounded and should have a big night on the gridiron. Our game of the week is Highland Park against Coppell. Highland Park will finally be hitting the field after they had to cancel their first 2 games of the season, including their much-anticipated matchup against Austin Westlake. But it is finally time to put the pads on and see what their quarterback, Braden Shayer, can do. Coppell had a nice win against Saxe, beating the Mustangs 42-35. The Cowboys quarterback, Ryan Walker, threw for 348 yards and 4 touchdowns. He has a receiving sensation in KJ Liggins, who transferred in from Denton Geiger. Last up is the Saturday showdown that will be watched around the nation, as Duncanville will take on IMG Academy. Duncanville is ranked number 2 in the nation in the USA Today Super 25. The Panthers had a huge win in their season opener against South Oak Cliff, beating the Golden Bears 41-3. They will take on the number 1 team in the country in IMG Academy in Arlington on Saturday. Duncanville graduated Jaquindon Jackson and have Grayson Jennings taking the lead. He had 205 passing yards last week for the Panthers. His key receiver, Roderick Daniels Jr., had 9 receptions for 183 yards and 2 touchdowns as well. They will need to be big in order for the Panthers to edge out a win on Saturday. That's going to be a really good game. I'll definitely be watching it. You'll be able to see all of the highlights this week on Wingstop Inside High School Sports. Also, make sure you vote on our Hot Play of the Week poll presented by Louisiana Hot Sauce for your chance for your community to move on to compete in the Play of the Year. Here's last week's winner. We'll also have a great story coming at you this week on Wingstop Inside High School Sports for our Inside Story.
It's just like he always setting an example of how things are supposed to be. Like I feel like everything I've ever had in my life has always been top notch. Like I've never got the bottom of the barrel. I've never had to experience nothing like that, and that's because of my dad. He always gave us the best opportunity to be successful, and I think that's why I am the person that I am today.
Last week we had Arlington Martin's Morice Blackwell accept his GiveMeTheVin.com MVP bobblehead. Here in the Warmth, we'd like to recognize those outside of the events we typically cover that are doing big things in their sports. This week, we want to introduce you to Mariah Maryman. Mariah is a warrior, as she was born 4 months prematurely and has no vision in her right eye, as well as little to no sight in her left. She hasn't let this stop her, though, as she plays the saxophone for the Kennedale Band, as well as runs cross country and participates on the track and field team. She runs the 800 meter and the mile race, saying that she is able to see the contrast between the white lines and the asphalt. However, when she runs cross country, she's tethered to a teammate to help her navigate the terrain. She also has a 3.7 GPA and wants to be a mechanical engineer. Mariah said in an interview earlier in 2020 she wanted to be an inspiration to others with disabilities or impairments. And I have to say, I believe she's doing just that. Keep killing it, girl. Now it's time for everyone's favorite part of the warm-up, the extra point.
Tell me, what is your favorite color?
My favorite color is red.
And what is your favorite animal?
A lion.
A lion? Okay.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite movie?
Remember the Titans.
Good one. What's your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show is Martin.
Which emoji do you use the most often?
The laughing out loud emoji.
What has been your favorite memory from high school?
From high school is when we went to Lake Travis and we kicked Lake Travis's tail.
Who's your favorite musical artist?
I'd say Lil Baby.
Motivation Monday? How about motivation every day? That's exactly what senior linebacker Tyler Gainey did for his unit on Friday.
Let's go, baby! All game! All game right here, all right? Let's go! All game! Yes, sir! Hey, right here. Copies on 3. 1, 2, 3. Copies!
That's all we have for this episode. Follow all of our Inside High School Sports social accounts to stay up to date with everything going on in the high school sports scene. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube that throughout the week will get you ready for the main event. Wingstop Inside High School Sports on NBC5 Saturday at 5 p.m. hosted by Pat Downey. Thanks for watching The Warmup, presented by your local North Texas Geico agents in the Colony, Keller, Arlington, Plano, and Mesquite. To get more information or quote, go to geico.com/Houston. I'm Ashley Billington, and I hope you're as ready as I am for all of the gridiron